welcome in. My name is Charmaine and today it is the Advent Calendar day. So I have one in a bag here and then I have one in a book sleeve. So I'm pretty excited about this, honestly. Oh, and by the way, happy February. But honestly, this is one of my favorite series that I've ever done here. I love, because this, if you don't know what this is, my friend Taylor and I take our own books, we take our own treats, and this year we actually used like book sleeves, and I used a couple of like book tote bags that I had to wrap up our books, and then we essentially make ourselves like a book self-care package so that we can read it during the month, we can use the products during the month, we can just like have kind of like a self-care treat with a book that we're gonna read. Last month I did really good with the self-care treats, but I didn't do so good on reading the books. I will say, because I'm filming this in January right now while I'm talking to you guys, I had a pretty bad reading month for January. I did end up rereading Fourth Ring and Iron Flame before Onyx Storm came out. But at this point, I don't know if I've finished Onyx Storm yet. I don't have it yet. And I finished the book club book. That was it. I tried to read more books. Everything I tried to read, I just couldn't get into. I'm kind of in the middle of a reading slump, which unfortunately made it so that I didn't end up reading the books from last month. But I did use a ton of the treats. Like I used all of the tea, all of the coffee. I used the sheet masks. So I did end up using like that stuff at least. I used the lip mask that I got. So I did good on that side. I just didn't do so well on the reading side. But I mean, that's going to happen. Whatever. It is what it is. So the first one that I have here is To the Stars Who Listen and the Dreams That Are Answered. And this is a Court of Thorns and Roses book bag that I got from the Cozy Nook box when they still were around. That's unfortunate that they're not around anymore because I did love that subscription. But I'm going to start with that one, I think. And the other one I have is the rainbow book sleeve that I got also from Cozy Nook, actually. So it's kind of a coincidence that I ended up with two of those because I didn't know that that was going to happen. I have like 24 of them wrapped up, so it's like, wow, that I ended up with two from the Cozy Nook box. And it also makes me sad because I like that subscription. So first things first, I'm going to try and find the paper out of here. Oh, it's right on top. Okay, so for each one of them, I wrote like a little note to myself, kind of to like give myself a hint of what it is. And for this one, because it's like a bag, I'm going to try and not stick my face in there so that I can see what the book is, because I kind of want to guess what they are. So this is a YA mystery thriller fiction. It was published July 31st of 2018. The book quote is, I'm a victim whether or not I feel like one. And another book quote is, some people say a curse fell over the town 5 years ago. On Goodreads, it's a 3.7. On Amazon, it's a 4.3. And on Storyograph, it's a 3.65. I don't know what it is. And I need to find my little piece of paper so I can show you guys all my treats, and I don't know where that is either. So I maybe should not have started this video yet, but here we are. All right, well, I don't know where that is. Let me see if I can find something else here. I'll see if I can use this. This is actually from Taz and Jason. I haven't opened it yet. They're my favorite duo for Canadian small businesses, but I need something in the background so I can hold up my hand so that the camera will focus. Okay. So I'm going to reach in here. I'm going to grab out the treats first, and then we'll do the book last. So I'm just going to grab some things here. So the first thing that I have here is a sticker sheet. So this has some bunnies on it, some deer with some mail. They're getting mail. There's actually some bunnies like standing on top of each other's heads, like reaching into the mailbox and stuff like that. Hopefully I'll get it close enough so you guys can see. And hopefully you can see it with the lightly brown background. So there's that. That's from Four Bears Sticker Club. I love them. That is my favorite sticker subscription. Then I have another one from them, and this is like fall clothes. There's an umbrella, there's a fall hat, a book, some socks, a tea kettle, and a person with an umbrella with like a scarf around their neck. So very nice there. Love it. I did try and add like a ton of treats into these ones because I have like the bigger bags, and then I also wanted to have like more treats that I would hopefully use throughout the month. So I have some book tabs here. These are the pastel rainbow ones, so they go from purple all the way to red. There. I love these tabs. I was so happy when I ended up getting like slightly different colors, because before I had A lot of the just blue ones with like one peach one. And they're hard to keep track of if it's all the same blue for me. Like I just can't keep that track of that. Then for the masks, I have the Good Morning AM sheet mask from Meg. And then I have the PM sheet mask from Meg. It's a good night one. So that's like a duo set. I specifically put those together in the bag. And I need to use these because these expire in 2025. It looks like in the summer. 2025-06. So I need to use those up because I've had them for a while. Okay, I'm going to grab more treats out of here. I'm really trying to not grab the book. So I have to kind of grab around everything. Oh, dropped one. Oh well. I dropped one tea, I think. I'm trying to grab everything out without seeing the book, which is a little complicated. Because it's a bag instead of like the little other bags. So I have a hair mask here. This is the Mark Anthony Bonded Repair Hair Mask. So if I'm reading a book in the tub, I can use that. It's just like a little sample size that I got from Ipsy, I think. Then for drinks, I have the Laura Secord Apple Cinnamon. For a tea, I have a apple cider, hot apple cider drink. Then I have the Tim Hortons Double drink, which I love. And I dropped one more tea bag on the ground. It is the Lemon Thriller. Insert nothing here because it's on the ground. Then for a bookmark, I have Books Turn Muggles into Wizards. And it has an open book with some Harry Potter symbols and then dragons coming out of it. Very cool. I'm not actually sure who I got that from. Oh, Knots of Print. It says it on the back. And the back is just blue. Hopefully you guys are seeing this okay. Then for bigger stickers, I have a Read More Books. An open book with some, like a sunset coming out of it. I was trying to do that smoothly, but I'm not that smooth. Ooh! It's Princess Tiana from The Princess and the Frog reading a book. And then a cat on a bookshelf, which has a plant on the other end. So I have some big stickers there as well. Okay, so then back to our book hint. We have that it is a YA mystery thriller fiction published in July 31st of 2018. I'm a victim, whether or not I feel like one. Some people say a curse fell over our town 5 years ago. I have no idea what it is. No idea. This year, I really picked books that I wanted to read. So I'm going to pull it out and show you guys. Hopefully it's facing you. Oh, it's facing me. Okay. Oh, this is the Cheerleaders. Okay. So this is the Cheerleaders by Kara Thomas. This is actually one of the books that my friends suggested me for 12 books that I want to read this year. I had 12 friends suggest 12 books to me to read this year. So thank you so much for the suggestion. I can't remember. I think it was Abby from Fibers Philios who told me that. But yeah, I actually ended up getting this, and I'm super excited that I opened this because it's part of that book series that I want to read. I ended up doing a post over on Instagram. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, it is linked down below if you want to check it out. But this one says, there are no more cheerleaders in the town of Sunnybrook. First, there was a car accident not long after the murders happened. Monica's sister was the last cheerleader to die. After her unaliving, Sunnybrook High disbanded the cheer squad. No one wanted to be reminded of what happened. That was 5 years ago. Now the faculty and the students at Sunnybrook want to remember the lost cheerleaders. But for Monica, it's not that easy. She just wants to forget. Only Monica's world is starting to unravel. There are the letters on her stepdad's desk, an unearthed year-old cell phone, a new strange friend at school, and whatever happened 5 years ago isn't over. Some people in town know more than they're saying, and somehow Monica is at the center of it all. There are no more cheerleaders in Sunnybrook, but that doesn't mean that everyone else is safe. So there's the cheerleaders, and then I think it's called The Champions, is like the second one to this. But I don't know if it's actually a second one or if it's just like a companion kind of novel. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I'm super excited to read this. This might actually be the thing that gets me, like I said, it's January right now. This might be the thing that gets me out of my funky funk because I really, really, really want to read this book. So that would be cool. That would be cool if I might actually end up trying to read this today. No joke. Trying to get myself out of that funky coma. Funky coma. I don't even know what that is. Okay. So then the next one we have is In My Rainbow book sleeve here. I love this book sleeve. It has a pocket on the front and it's like lightly padded. You can tell like I've used this because it has like coffee spilt on it here, but it saved my book. That's what these are for. They're saving your books. So I know for a fact that it was in my lunch bag at one point. So I'm going to pull the treats out here and then see if I can find the little note without pulling the book out. Oh, yeah. Some of them I tucked into the top like that, so I wouldn't see the book, but I could pull out the note without, like, wrecking what was in there. So this one is a middle grade horror fiction, adventurous, published in August of 2022. The Goodreads quote says, "I deeply wish this book existed for 12-year-old me, but 25-year-old me will happily take it and anyway and rejoice." A book quote is, "Sometimes something bad can hurt you so bad that it turns into a thing, a house." I think maybe that this is is it called the disappearing house? Or the reappearing house? Something like that. I think this is the book by Ali Minkenko. I read Ghost Girl by her last year, and it was my #1 book of the year. So I think that this is like the second book that she wrote, not related to the Ghost Girl book. Just another book that she wrote. And I haven't read that one yet, but I do own it. So this is Goodreads 4.02. On Amazon, it's a 4.8. And on Storygraph, it doesn't have an O in it, but every time I say Storygraph, I end up putting an O in there. I can't help it. Storygraph just doesn't run off the tongue that easily. It's a 3.89. So I think that's what it is. I got a smaller envelope here so I can hold this one up and I can show you guys what I got. So we're going to start with the sheet masks here. So the first one I have is the Glam Up Revitalizing Japanese Sake sheet mask. I got this from my friend Alea. Love it. This one I had before. I actually got these from Buffy Summers back when she used to watch all of our channels. This was like this exact series of masks. I miss her. So Buffy, if you're out there watching, miss you. Then we have the Tony Moly Red Wine sheet mask. There's this one here. This one, see, like this one also expires in 2025 on like in February of 2025. So I need to use this one like right now. Maybe I'll use that one today. Then for book tabs, I have, it's kind of like a neon set. Like not pastel-y set, vibrant, that's the word. So I have that there. There's like some bright colors there, bright orange, bright green, some blues and stuff like that. This tab set was a fantastic set. I got this on Amazon, and I think it was like 30 tabs or something like that. It's totally different colors than I had before. So I'm very happy with that tab set. Then for a drink, I have the Vadham Organic Himalayan tea. This is a green tea. Green tea is not my favorite, but it is good for you, so I'm going to try and drink it. Then for a hot chocolate, I got the white caramel hot chocolate that I got from Amazon. And then for a tea, I have the gingerbread joy tea. I might end up putting my gingerbread joy tea bag inside of my salted caramel white hot chocolate and having a white hot chocolate gingerbread drink, because I think that would be tasty. Like, I like gingerbread, but I also like white hot chocolate, and I think those two together would be a combination of tastiness. Then from the Forebear Sticker Club, I have some fall stickers here. So it's some people holding up leaves and covering their eye, and they're just like, have leaves as earrings, some in the hair, and they're all maple leaves, which is Canada's leaf. It's on our flag and everything. So there's that. So that's a pretty cool one. And then I have another one here. These actually, I never showed these stickers on the channel because I ended up getting like 3 packs back to back. And I was like, well, I'm just going to open them and put them in here. So there's like a lot of Forebear sticker clubs, like these two right now that I've shown you, that are brand new that I haven't showed yet. So these are neat. So this one is fairies, and they're on a thimble, on a toadstool with some leaves, with a pumpkin. There's a little, the Forebear bear actually has a fairy wings behind him. So cute. Very, very neat there. And that's like the Forebear Sticker Club. That's their logo, is the bear. So this one has wings behind it to make it a little zippy, which is awesome. So those are very cute. I love those. Then for a bookmark, I have the Salty BITCH. This is from, I can't remember who I got these from, but I got a whole bunch of them. It's a skeleton done up in the old school kind of like Day of the Dead style, holding some a handout with some salt pouring into it. And then there's a tassel there as well. So hopefully you can see that. These bookmarks are really cool. They're kind of like tarot card size. I really, really like them. I'm actually a big fan of these. I got one for Taylor and I haven't sent it to her yet. I need to send her a package. And then for bigger stickers, I have a tea sitting on a book stack. There is a book stack with another cup sitting on it saying, I live in 2 worlds. One is a world of books. Then I have a Boo Ghost reading a book with a little witch hat. Very cute. Then I have a skeleton with just some flowers and some hearts behind it. And then I have another book stack with tea on it. Wow, I really went for a theme in this one. I didn't plan that on purpose. I think I just was grabbing randomly, but that's 3 of them. So there's 3 different ones with book stacks on there. Yeah, so there's that. And then again, I think it's either The Disappearing House or The Reappearing House. And I think it's by Ellie Mankenko. I'm not even sure if I'm saying her last name right, but this is what it is here. We'll show you guys first. This Appearing House, that's what it is. So this is the book here. I am super excited to read this. Like I said, Ghost Girl was my favorite book of last year. Like my absolute favorite book. We went to the library, I picked it up, I came home, I started reading it, and like 6 hours like my boyfriend was like, do you want some food? And I was like, oh no. Because I was so into reading it that I don't know what day it was. I don't know what was happening. I read it from like the second that I started it till I finished it. It was like 6 hours, and I was at the end, I was like, it's the best book I've ever read. It was so, so good. I love that book so much. I cannot recommend it enough. Ghost Girl by Ellie Mankenko, I think is how you pronounce her name. So this is This Appearing House. So this one says, for as long as anyone could remember, there wasn't a house at the end of Juniper Drive, until one day there was. When Jack first sees the house, she's counting down to the 5-year anniversary of her cancer diagnosis, when she will hopefully be declared Ned, or no evidence of disease. But with the house appearing and her hands shaking and falling off her bike, Jack is starting to wonder if these are symptoms or if something stranger is happening. When 2 classmates dared Jack and her friend Hazel to enter the house, she knows the front door is the way in, but it's definitely not the way out. The house wants something from her, and she won't be able to leave until she figures out what. So I recommend this book to anybody. I am so excited. Like, this genuinely is the best book pull of all. And like, I'm telling you guys, every single book that I wrapped up this year, it wasn't like the books that I was like, I'm either going to read this or I'm going to unhaul this. And then I'm going to get, like, some of them last year I opened and I was like, I'm going to get rid of this book. This year, I wrapped up like literally every book that I want to read. And right now, I just open up 2 where I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to read these so bad. So I think I'm going to start the cheerleaders today. Like, I'm just going to do it. And today, when I'm filming this, it's January 19th. So I think I'm just going to start this. I think I'm just going to, like, when I'm done filming here, I'm just going to go and start the cheerleaders. Use my face mask. I need to use this one before February, so I'm going to use this one today and enjoy, like, my time. It's Sunday while I'm doing this, while I'm talking to you guys. One of my goals for this year for Sundays is to spend, like, an hour of self-care, relaxation, me time, where I'm just chilling, doing my own thing, not thinking about anything else but what I need at that moment. So I think I'm going to have this sheet mask, and I am going to start my book, and I'm maybe going to have some snacks. I don't know. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Honestly, I'm so pumped that I opened up these 2 books. I'm like so excited for myself. Like, past me, way to go. Just saying, way to go. Okay, make sure that you go over and check out Taylor's video. Have you read either of these books? Do you like mystery thriller books? Have you ever read a middle grade book when you were older? I only started reading them last year, and I was obsessed. I read so many middle grade books last year. It was fantastic. If you can get like a good middle grade kind of mystery thriller books, those are my jam. I'm loving those because, like, I don't really like being scared, but I kind of like the horror version of like a middle grade book because they're not as scary, you know? Anyways, let me know how your day is going. Let me know what's new with you. Happy February out there. Make sure that you go over and check out Taylor's video to see what she's opening. I hope that she's as pumped as I am. Like, I am wicked excited right now. Please like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. I mostly post on Mondays, but I do have the occasional video out other times. Thank you guys so much for spending a couple minutes of your day with me today. I really, really appreciate that, and I really, really appreciate you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! I'm legitimately so pumped, you guys. Bye!